When the music is finished for a song, then we'll start thinking, well, what would be a good song title?
For some reason, like we write a piece of music or whatever, certain titles might fit the music better.
And that'll make it that much easier to write lyrics around that.
We got all these ridiculous titles that we come up with.
Sometimes a stupid idea, just as a joke, will lead to something pretty good. Some of them make it and some of them don't.
Blood-fueled machine.
There we go. And then we got some stupid ones on there. Too sick to suck it.
Too sick to suck it. I forgot about that.
It says rippage.
I forgot about
Slippage.
Slippage, yeah, the word. There we go. Slippage.
Ravaged by rotted cock. Yeah.
Bury the mortician.
The bean blow.
I remember we had one impaled by wood.
Inherit the horror. High velocity impact spatter.
Back when Chris was in the band, we almost went with Drink My Piss, but we just wouldn't do it. We were like, nah.
And then it makes it to the drumhead when it's actually officially a song. It's like a ritual. It's pretty funny.
Paul is kind of our secret weapon in the lyrics department, because a lot of people, unless they pay attention to the liner notes, they're not going to assume that the drummer's writing half of the lyrics and some of the catchiest parts.
I kind of come up with maybe a pattern for the certain part that I'm writing for, and then I go for fitting the lyrics into that pattern.
He'll come up with the most fucking insane vocal patterns that people can attest to. Well, maybe they don't know they're that hard, but trust me, those motherfuckers are hard.
I think that's because of the rhythmic sensibility of a drummer.
Alex and myself would write some lyrics and arrange them and give them to him and go, dude, I know that, I'm not the singer, but this is what I'd like for you to do if you can do it. And I understand if you can't, man. These seem like, they're pretty fast, and man, I couldn't do it, But he's the guy that, it can be done. I'm gonna push, I'm gonna get it done, I'm gonna do it, and he will do it.
Paul is he's fucking enthusiastic about me. He's like, dude, check these out, man. And he's like all fucking into them, and that's easy to get into when somebody else is that, into them,
When George first came in, we kind of tried to collaborate with him on some stuff.
Blood-drenched execution. George he wrote 2 lines in that song.
Nope, I'm lazy.
When he was in Monstrosity, he didn't really write any lyrics.
I wrote all the lyrics that George ever sang in the band. George never wrote lyrics. He didn't. He wrote one song, Slaves and Masters. That was where he gets his piece out or whatever.
We've tried to get this guy to write vocals for years.
This guy's been doing it for so long now that I'm almost intimidated to try to write something, because I just don't think it'll be up to the standard of what we've been doing.
We've come to learn over the years. He's just not really a lyric writer.
I'd like to say that I will in this next one. I can't guarantee that because, this takes up a lot of time. World of Warcraft. I know those guys will be like, fuck you, that's not fucking paying your bills, but sorry.
Back in the Frank practice room days, we would record the music onto an old 8-track recorder, and I or Paul or Alex would write lyrics for George to sing.
Whoever writes the lyrics will do the vocals. Incredible pre-production tapes of the highest quality, of course. I'd expect nothing less.
They have their lyrics and they sing them to me. And the versions, I have them all here too on cassette somewhere, like the versions. And I have on my computer versions of them singing the songs. Yeah.
Each of us has our own, style. I would do, frog vocals, Alex had the whisper vocals.
The whisper technique is all his, man. He's got it down pat. Years of practice, man. That's it has to be.
It's a skill.
Paul had the I don't know what you'd call it.
It's pretty classic stuff too. We goof about it all the time.
Unsuspecting victims nearby will suffer panic-stricken, traumatizing agony.
It's definitely worth some enjoyment as well.
In all seriousness, what it is, all it is meant to be is just something so George can hear where we would like the vocals to be.
Paul writes the lyrics to the songs Pat writes because he doesn't necessarily write lyrics.
I don't write any lyrics.
Even if he wrote lyrics, I doubt he would sing them onto a demo tape.
Lyrics, smearics. I don't give a shit.
What would Pat's vocals be That's it.
I couldn't even sing one of our songs or even know at least bit about our lyrics. I'll be quite honest with you. I don't even, because I don't care.
One of the things I, as a comedy writer, really respect about Cannibal Corpse, and maybe the same way as me, is the fact that they constantly top themselves with new creative ways of killing people.
I can see like the infomercial, you know, how they have the best of, you know, it could be the best killing of Cannibal Corpse, you know. Stripped, raped, and strangled.
They think they know who I am. All I know is I love to kill.
Mummified in barbed wire.
Post-mortal ejaculation.
Stabbed in the throat. I think that's my favorite one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hammer smash face, like, it was like, that's perfect.
Pounded into dust.
I'd say hatchet to the head. That's pretty to the point, you know, just, you know, like cracking a cantaloupe open or something. That's not a good way to go.
You coffin eternally lie. Many were pleased just to see you die.
Eaten back to life, that's the thinker one. That's like eaten back to life. Yeah, that's a good one, yeah. He's dead, but then he ate a... that one like spins around.
I wonder if they just sit around and go, check this one out.
Killing as I come. That's a badass lyric.
She was so beautiful, I had to kill her.
Bent backwards and broken. Those are great, yeah. Awesome.
Dismembered and molested. That's pretty brutal.
Fucked with a knife. That's gotta hurt. I wouldn't appreciate that very much myself.
In the night I wait and see. In the night, watch it. Stalking your every move. I know when you're alone.
Addicted to vaginal skin. Pedophilia. Jeffrey Dahmer's favorite band.
Not pedophilia. What the fuck am I? That's sex with children. I guess they did have a song about that. Sex, dead children.
I still think necropedophile is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Necropedophile. Your dead child I defile. Necropedophile.
Entrails ripped from a virgin's cunt.
They like to disembowel people too, you know, like remove the intestines, skin them. But there's a great number of ways to kill somebody, you know. Thanks to the Saw movies and movies like, you know, Hostel, they've given us even more creative ways to end a life.
Human beings throughout human history have figured out a whole lot of different ways to do terrible things to each other.
It's endless, you know, the limits are just, there's all new ways to talk about maiming and killing and torturing.
I guess if they wanted to go in another direction or, you know, if they ran out of ways for people being killed brutally, they could come up with the most non-brutal way to be killed. I guess they could have a song like tripping on the escalator at the mall while Christmas shopping and choking on a candy cane.
If you had puppies lick someone to death, I don't know, that wouldn't be too brutal.
Cut yourself and got an infection and died. Idiot.
Well, I always thought that Chinese water torture was pretty weird. How they just, isn't that just where they drip water on you? It's supposed to drive you out of your mind?
Falling asleep pleasantly and dying. Falling asleep pleasantly.
Smother them in stuffed animals or something. I don't know.
Paper cutted to death.
Yeah. Sleeping on a feather pillow and choking on a feather.
I was going to say something like, well, make them, sit them in a room and make them listen to the Partridge Family for, 24 hours. But that's fucking brutal.
Nobody wants to listen to a song about vacuum cleaners or anything like that.
Maybe overdosing someone. It's probably no blood, no screaming.
Well, poisoning's pretty nasty if it doesn't kick in right away.
Died of old age.
Some poor lady drank too much water one time and died from that. You can die from water poisoning.
If you're killing somebody, it's going to be pretty brutal, I think, no matter what.